So one of the biggest challenges that photographers face when it comes to blogging is what to include in each blog post. Ideally, the content in your website should really be helping your ideal client align with you, align with your brand, and go ahead and book you to photograph their wedding. But that's all well and good, but what should you be including in that content on your website? Well, my name's Karen. I run Photo SEO Lab and I help photographers get found online by their ideal client. And in this video, I'm going to introduce you to my blog writing SEO assistant tool. Bit of a mouthful, far easier to work. And what that tool is going to do is help guide you in the content to put in your blog posts so that more people can find you. So we're going to put my head in the corner and I'm going to screen share just to show you an example. So this is a blog post that I have created using this tool, and the title was created with keyword research to find the kind of best search volume phrase that was being typed in. The content is all being created with my blog writing SEO assistant tool, and this is a tool that I have used for lots of content on my website that I've been able to rank well, and it's something that's been used with my clients on SEO packages as well. So it's something that I'm now including in my monthly SEO membership, so it will be accessible to everybody that's on the monthly membership. But that aside, let me show you how it works. So ideally, once you've done your kind of keyword research and you know which kind of main phrase you want to be found for, then you need to create your bit of content. This is the tool that can help you do that. So let me give you a bit of a guided tour. We've got a load of settings here at the top so that you can adjust what type of heading things are. And there's all the kind of regular text formatting that you would find within WordPress. This is a live link that you can use and go back to, by the way. So essentially it's a space where you can create your ideal bit of content that's hopefully going to be getting found by more people online. So what this software does is it analyzes the search results for the term that you type in already. So if we look in the top right here, we can see that what I'm wanting to be found for is Pollock Shieldsborough Hall wedding photos, and the search is for the UK. Further down, we can see there's a content score, and this is kind of gauging or judging the content based on the content that already ranks in the search results. So the great thing about this tool is the results are based on actual data that's been collected by the tool. So it's not kind of working off a hunch or general best practices. This is based on actual search data. And if we have a look down here in the brief area, we can see that it's pulled data from some different competitors. So let's go back to the guidelines. So further down on the right here, we've got a whole load of phrases. And what the software is suggesting is that we include some of these phrases in our content. Now, this guide is very much like a raw file in the sense that you can give a raw file to 10 different photographers and they're going to edit it differently. And none of those editing versions will be wrong, but they're going to reflect that photographer's style. This data is much the same. So the data on the right is raw data, and there's some recommendations from the software, but that doesn't mean that you should absolutely tick every single one of those boxes. Your content does need to be unique, and it does need to reflect your brand values and your brand voice, and it also needs to speak directly to the people that you want to work with as well. So you don't have to add every single word on this list, but what you can do is use a bit of discretion and use words on that list in a way that's going to be connecting with who you want to work with. So I've got an example. Obviously, I've already written this blog post using this tool, but I'm just going to take the content here. If we just copy it all in here, you'll see when I paste it in that everything that's included in my text lights up in green or orange. So, for example, stained glass windows. The software suggested mentioning that at least once. And the stained glass windows are a really stunning feature of the venue. So it makes sense to mention that. Like it's almost like, why wouldn't you mention it? But when you're creating a bit of content, it can be hard to know what you should mention or remember everything. And this writing assistant is going to really help fill in the gaps where that's concerned. So it means that you can kind of create, oh, we've just duplicated the title there, that's not good. But what this tool will do is mean that you can create a really kind of awesome article that's going to cover the breadth and depth of your topic and ensure that you're hitting enough points that Google can see that it's going to be a relevant article. Because things don't work based on just a keyword phrase being repeated. Google is ranking things based on kind of quality. So the days of just repeating your main keyword phrase 4 times and ranking for it are long gone. Ideally, what you need is content that is going to answer people's questions, solve their problems, share stories, share beautiful, inspiring moments, and also cover a topic in enough depth that Google can understand what to rank it for, so that it can perform as best as possible. So this tool is a really helpful guide in terms of filling in the gaps for achieving that. And if you look in the right here, you can see the content score is up to 73. So we're in the green zone, which is absolutely fine. I mean, 73 is fine. Ideally, what you want to be aiming for is to get in the green zone for all of your content. And you can see that not everything on the right is green here. So not everything needs to be like lit up in green on the right for you to have an awesome article. And I think it's important as well that you maybe wouldn't want to include absolutely everything on there. You might want to focus on certain aspects, especially if you've got photos that reflect those things. So for example, if you've got photos that feature the stained glass windows, then you could add them into your blog post, you know, next to where you're talking about them. If you've got photos that show maybe the wood paneling that we can see there during the ceremony, for example, then you might want to mention that when you're kind of talking about that photo. So this is where this software is really kind of helpful. And I've had some great success with it, with both my own content and my other clients. So I'm really excited to see what you can achieve with using it. If you've got any questions, just ask in the group. But that's it for now. I'll catch you guys later.